Well, hello everyone and welcome. My name is Mac Atkinson, and along with my sister Janet, we'd like to welcome you all to the March 2018 Sunrider Fusion Network conference call. You know, one of the many incredible things about being a leader in Sunrider, especially of an international organization like we have, is the ability to travel around the world each year and work with fabulous leaders everywhere around the world. I was fortunate enough to make a trip to Australia earlier this month, and I took the opportunity while I was there to record and briefly interview a number of the leaders, asking them for their basic Sunrider testimony, some of their favorite products, and just sharing of stories. I thought it might be fun to share all of that with each of you this month. So please bear with me as I share my screen, and I will bring this stuff up for you right now. Hey everybody, just arrived in Sydney, Australia. 14.5-hour flight out of LA, but I'm here in beautiful Sydney. Vinny and Carolyn. That's right. From the downline. We're sitting here talking about Sunrider and enjoying the beautiful day in Sydney. See you all soon. Well, hey everybody, here we are on the Gold Coast. We're doing a little meeting today. We've got the crew here for a little Sunrider tasting party and so forth. And Kirsty and Matt, Casey here is how old? I think I met him, for the first time a year ago, right? And he's what?
20 months.
20 months right now, and certainly a Sunrider baby. And Kirsty, would you mind sharing the little story about Pacey that you've written up for me and is on our website and stuff? But if you would share it with us, I appreciate that.
Well, basically, Pacey's been on Sunrider since he was in my tummy. Hey, sweetheart, if you just go and ask Nola and
And he loves smart gummies. Here we are. We're tasting smart gummies here today, and Pacey's got a craving for smart gummies.
Well, here we go. Do you want to take one?
You have one.
There we go. Yes, so I started giving Pacey Sunrider when he was in my tummy. And then when he was born, we started him. His first solid was Nu Plus, the plain Nu Plus, or the Simply Her. And we started that, Matt, from about 12 weeks. And it was because Pacey was getting some blood in his stools at the time.
Oh, right.
And I needed something other than the breast milk because he was having a reaction to one of the proteins in my breast milk. And so I sort of needed something to give him as well as my breast milk to break up the feeding.
Right.
And we started him on 1 teaspoon a day and quickly went to a whole packet.
I bet. What's his favorite flavor of Nu Plus?
Now, I'd probably say the berry. Like the berry.
Mixed berry, right on, Pacey. Me too. That's one of my favorites.
He just has a selection of Sunrider. Pacey has a whole vial of Evergreen a day, just straight from the canister. He has Cali, Fortune Delight, Vita Delight. He has an array of
Wonderful.
Sunrider.
So just to finish up on things, by getting him on Nu Plus at such an early age, all of his little challenges cleared up. Everything's been fine since. And
yes, actually, the next stool that he passed was completely normal.
Fabulous.
So,
Fabulous.
Yeah, he's been an early walker and he's very physical.
Right. I've heard Nola Ann's been telling me some stories about him doing the tent pegs and all of that kind of stuff, right?
He loves to be. He's very coordinated and physical with his body.
I love it.
I think that comes from his nutrition.
Sure, I think so too.
Nutrition.
Right. Can I get you, if you don't mind, to share your Evergreen story as well, which again, you were kind enough to write up for us and is available on the website. But if you can share it personally, just the short version of what you were dealing with.
Well, I suffered from a blood clot in one of my varicose veins when I was pregnant with Pacey. It's a natural tendency is for the blood to thicken when you're pregnant. And the doctor wanted me to put me on blood thinning medication, but I wanted not to do that. So I started taking Evergreen 2 a day, actually. And within a week, the blood clot at the back of my knee just disappeared.
Wow.
So I think what happened was the blood ate itself up and just sort of dissolved.
Well, Evergreen's an exceptional product for sure, and I use it every day too, just like Pacey. And we all love our Evergreen, don't we?
It's amazing.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thank you very much for sharing the stories.
Welcome.
Okay, cool. Okay, everybody, here we are in Brisbane, Australia. I have the great pleasure of being around a fabulous group of people this evening. We're talking about the Sunrider business and the Sunrider products, and we've got a number of great leaders in the room. But first off, Lynn Davies. Hi, Lynn. I'm hoping again you can share with us maybe your very brief Sunwriter story, and then if you have a testimony on your favorite Sunwriter product or a favorite Sunwriter product, we'd love to hear it.
Okay, well, I got involved in Sunwriter 28 years ago. And at that particular time, I had a few issues, a few challenges, and one of them was, I suppose, depression. Anyway, over the period of time when I first started, I was unaware of some of the problems that I was having. As soon as I started eating all the products, the Nourish, Balance and Cleanse, these products that started to feed the body, and then I was able to see some of these symptoms disappear. But the most important thing that I found, and this is my favourite product in the world, I don't know what I would do if I never had it again, New Plus. New Plus, I find to this day, if I'm starting to feel that feeling of being anxious or feeling down and a bit depressed, if I eat 3 to 4 New Plus a day, my whole personality goes back to what it used to be. Yeah. I can be a total idiot if I want to be. And the more New Plus I eat, the more idiotic I can get. And some people in this room can tell you. That's right. I mean, I've shared with Beryl at convention and drove her mad singing. And singing songs with, you know, you'd say a word and I'd know a song that had that word in it, you know.
Perfect.
And I drove her mad.
I love it. So, tell me, what's your favorite flavor?
Mixed berry.
Mixed berry.
I love mixed berry.
I'm a mixed berry and a pina banana fan myself.
I used to love peanut banana and I used to love citrus celebration. They were my favorites.
Oh, there you go. There's an original.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate that.
Mixed berry.
If I may, Anna, would you do the same thing for us? Yes, that's right. No escape for you.
Okay, so I've got a story pretty similar to in that I had quite a lot of challenges before Sunwriter, and oh my goodness, trying to pick a favourite product is really hard for me because I love all of them. I don't want to be without them, but I guess my favourite combination would be Vitafruit Evergreen and Electrosport.
And why?
Because I can just go, I'm like a Duracell battery. Just keep going and keep going. I love what it does with my skin. I love what it does with my hair. I can, mental clarity. It's a joyful, it's almost like a joyful feeling to have those products every day. If I can have them every day.
Vitafruit, Evergreen, and Electrosport. Great combination. Thank you very much for sharing. So we've got one more story for everybody.
Yes, I'm 82 in July.
Congratulations.
So I don't mind adding to it.
There you go.
I was feeling very tired. I've been, I don't know how many years, 28, 27, whatever years, with the basic NBC. And I was dragging myself. I swim in the morning for about half an hour, and I could only do half of that. And I'd con myself into driving the car to the pool. And then I just took money out of another place and got up to my New Plus, 2 New Plus every morning, and my Vita Delight every night. And then within no time, within 2 days, I think it would be, I was doing my 40 laps and my half-hour swim and walking to and from the pool. It just made so much difference. And my favourite one is Vita Delight.
It is.
I love it.
You do you? Yeah, that's a great breath. That's our Vita Shake for everybody back in the United States watching this.
And can I tell you a really sneaky treat that you can do?
Please.
Mix it with, I know it's dairy, but that's all right, every now and again. I mix it with some light cream and make myself a mousse.
Oh, how sweet.
Oh, yes, with some fruit on top of it.
That sounds like a great dessert.
Oh, and of course, stevia, of course.
Of course.
So what about the cheesecake we make as well? Oh, yes, I make a great cheesecake.
Oh, good.
I do. I mean, it's not for those who want to stay dairy-free. So you do your basic cheesecake, whatever base. I use ginger nuts, which is a ginger biscuit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I do the lemon and the condensed milk and the Philly cheese and gelatin and mix it all up. Don't over mix it, and then get a chocolate Newcastle and gently fold it through and just sit it in the fridge, and then lots of nice fruit on the top. And I do it for all my daughters for their birthdays.
How fabulous.
It is fabulous.
I promise everyone I'll write that down and we'll put it in our recipe section, okay? Thank you, everyone. Here we are getting ready at the Sydney office for our meeting this morning. And you tell me, how long have you been with Sunrider?
1992.
1992, so you've been around for a few years. What brought you into Sunrider?
Actually, it was introduced to me as a business, and I wasn't interested in it. I touched on the products, and you just can't stop them.
Oh, like a lot of us, it all begins with the products, doesn't it? What was the first product you were exposed to? Do you remember?
It was a little 6-pack that had U+ Community and Fortune Delight in it.
Excellent, excellent. So the basics, huh?
Yeah, and I bought 2 of those, and by day 8, I knew I was on something.
Very good. Do you have a favorite Sunrider product?
Oh, it'd have to be
New Plus, huh? And a favorite flavor of New Plus?
Apple cinnamon mixed berry.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, mixed berry wins for most everybody, it seems, with all that. Terrific. Anything else you'd like to share with Sunriders around the world?
I just think I don't think Sunrider's been in a better position than it is right now.
Absolutely.
Timing-wise, it's time to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, mate.
Okay. Here we are at the Sunrider meeting in Waterloo. And Leonard, tell me, how long have you been with Sunrider?
I think it's around about 92, 93 I got involved.
So quite a few years you've been with Sunrider, huh? And I know you're part of Lynn Davies' group from the Gold Coast and all of that. Tell me, what brought you into Sunrider to begin with?
I was just sort of looking for something, I was a courier at the time, so I was just looking for something. Went to a mind, body, spirit
Sure.
Great. Went there, drank some Carly, and next night, after learning about the business, I just couldn't stop thinking, so I was pretty much up all night. I thought, this is something I sort of need to do.
Awesome. So it was both the business and the products that attracted you to
Both the
Sunrider.
business and the products, plus the challenge, because I'm like a super shy person, and I thought, well, I'm going to have to do something and step out of my comfort zone.
Oh boy, I couldn't agree with you more. That was kind of my story too.
Yeah.
It kind of breaks you out of your comfort zone, doesn't it, when you start talking about Sunrider?
Well, the way I went and met my wife, I had my helmet on for like the first 6 or 7 times that I spoke to her.
Sure.
It's only when I asked her out and took my helmet, she saw me without my helmet. That's how shy I was.
I love it. That's great. Tell me quickly, what's your favorite Sunrider product and why?
It's a hard question.
I know.
Probably, I'm torn between Carly and Fortune Delight.
I see. Got it. Well, both of them are good choices.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing with us.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lynette. Bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome. More of our guests for the Sunrider meeting today. Hey, tell me, you guys, how long have you been in Sunrider?
For me, about 15 years now.
Right. And Jason, how about you?
Since 2000.
Since 2000. So you guys have been around for a long time as well. I love it. What first brought you guys into Sunrider? I mean, what was your story first of all?
Well, my story was that I was already helping, but I was looking for something to give me more edge. And I came across it with a flatmate of mine who was Victor come up and see him, and then I actually tried the Kelly and the Fortune Delight and loved it and thought the products were fantastic and never looked back.
I love it. That's great. Jason, how about you? What was your first exposure to Sunrider?
I was introduced to Sunrider by somebody who actually wasn't even in Sunrider. Actually came to me after having a big car accident and said, this is probably something that would help you.
Nice.
So I went there, I was in the meeting with a neck brace. I just knew how to get products into me, so from a health aspect.
Right.
My first product was U+ Kelly.
Excellent, excellent. Today, I mean, you've been around for a long time, since 2000. You said, what's your favorite Sunrider product?
Probably Brunettes.
Did the light, huh? Yeah, exactly. That's a good one, isn't it? Yeah. How about you? What's your favorite one?
We pretty much live on about 97% of our diet is full Sunrider base. So we eat Sunrider breakfast, lunch, and dinner, everything.
Got it.
Sunrider at the end of it.
One day of the day, let's work out all the rest on Sunrider.
Perfect. You know, it's funny, we'll be talking a little bit later in our meeting today about the Slim Down Challenge we just started in the United States, which is basically that same thing. It's 2 shakes a day plus a reasonable meal. And people are really finding a lot of success with that in terms of their energy levels and being able to lose some weight. So that's great. Last words, anything else you guys would like people to hear around the world about Sunrider?
Well, we love Sunrise because it brought us together, and when we got married at honeymoon, we spent the 2005 Sunrise Convention.
Lovely.
USA, so
Oh, that's a great
it'll
story.
always be part of our life.
That's a great story. Well, hey, thank you guys for sharing.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, still here on the Gold Coast with one of my dear Sunrider friends, Miss Nola Ann Lean. Nola Ann, tell us a little bit about what got you into Sunrider.
Well, I set this goal. I wanted to have a way of staying well, staying healthy, but it had to be foods. I had to find really good foods.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing I know, I met this guy. He started talking about Sunrider. And just listening to him, I knew this was what I'd asked for.
Mm.
And so at that same time, I also bought what's called a bioenergy printer. And I photographed the energy around the fingertips. So I thought, well, let's find out what these foods can do. So I put some U+ on the screen, and the whole thing glowed. And I put carrots and other things on, there was barely a spark. And I thought, gosh, there's really something to this U+ if it's glowing. And then I thought, well, I wonder what will happen if I put the quinine in there. And I mixed the quinine and photographed it. And next thing, this energy formed into a circle. And it was sort of like, almost like a religious experience. I was thinking, my goodness, these foods are absolutely unique. And I knew that from the time I first started having the foods, then I could feel them in my body. My body just functioned better. I could sense it. And one of the first symptoms was I lost the cracked heels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had pain. And my heels were healed, and I could walk around and it was comfortable.
Right.
Heaps of other things happened. Wonderful.
Well, I remember you and I talking from the first time I met you about the power of the Sunrider foods and the energy within them, which is kind of what you were describing with that photography. And I can recall that first time we got together, you sharing with me those photographs that you were talking about. And yeah, it's like that visual proof of what we've experienced just by eating these foods. You know, one other quick thing, if I can ask you, we've had some testimonies that when we've been down here this week about the power of evergreen from Kirsty and others. And can you give us your little perspective on evergreen as well? Do you have a little comment or a testimony you could share on that?
Evergreen is just the most amazing way to build the quality of your blood. And okay, you can eat your greens and go to the shop and buy some chlorophyll, and that's probably going to help. But evergreen is unique in that it's oil-based. And because it's oil-based, the body can utilise it. And I know I have my evergreen and I feel the difference, especially in my skin. And I just feel that when you've got the evergreen in your body's going to be absorbing more oxygen.
Right.
So
it's great stuff. And what we always do here when we're on the Gold Coast, and we'll be doing it a little bit later this afternoon, is we do our Sunrider shooters, and here we go with Liquefy and Evergreen, because that's always part of what we do, isn't it, Nolan? Absolutely. Well, hey, thank you for sharing, and appreciate you doing so.
my pleasure.
And Pauline Paris. Pauline, share with us, how long have you been with Sunrider?
About 8 years now.
Sure. No, that's great. And what had you interested in Sunrider to begin with?
I like the instant, have it, the powder form that it's absorbed by the body instantly.
Right. Yeah, all of you're right, being whole food in the way that they're packaged and produced, Sunrider foods are all easily assimilated by the body, aren't they?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And it's easy to make up.
Yeah, exactly. Right on. I know we just kind of came from an expo that we were doing together, and I know we were doing some product sampling, and you're right, it's rip open the bag, dump it in the blender, and away you go, right?
Yes.
No doubt. Well, tell me, of the Sunrider products that you've tried, and I know you've had a bunch of them, if you had to pick one, what would your favorite Sunrider product be? Cali, huh?
Yeah, but I love them all.
Sure.
New Plus, yeah.
Do you have a favorite flavor of Cali that you like, the regular or what? Yeah.
Something.
Of course, yeah. I know the regular is the favorite for ours too. Of all the choices we have in the U.S., we buy regular Cali and regular Fortune Delight, and those are the ones we use all the time. So I can relate. Well, thank you for sharing.
That's okay. Hi there.
Hi there, Carolyn. Hey, tell me if you can, how long have you been with Sunrider?
Well, I have to say I started eating Sunrider since 2002,
Right?
but only got actively involved this year.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So you've been consuming the products for quite a while, though.
Since 2002.
Yeah. That's a long time. That's 14 years, right? Or 15 years. So yeah, I know how old we really are. Exactly. So, what made you start looking at Sunrider in the first place? Was it a health-related issue or
my
relative?
sister recommended me the product, so I went into it and I said, "Oh, it's not bad." So yeah, that's when I started with Bella, New Plus,
Right.
to slim down, fortunately.
Excellent. No, that's great. Of all the products you've tried, what's your favorite Sunrider product?
Currently, I take a lot of Bella and that's
Right. Got it. Which is the Metalite is the U.S. equivalent of Meta.
It's like drinking lots of red wine, but without drinking red wine.
Yeah. So the Meta Shaper.
Resveratrol?
Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
That's a red wine.
Different names in different countries for the same thing. But yeah, that's perfect. Well, thank you, Carolyn. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hello.
Okay, here we are with our little meeting here in Sydney. This is our post-event expo meeting. And Wendy, tell me if you can, how long have you been in Sunrider, first of all?
Well, I first came to Sunrider 25 years ago.
Wow. 25 years?
Ago.
That's a long time. That's incredible. What made you look at Sunrider? Why did you consider Sunrider?
I only reconsidered Sunrider since last year. After I have completed my contract with my work.
Yeah.
So now I have more free time.
Yay.
And support from the team. So I'm looking into this IBO, be my own boss business.
Perfect. So what brought you back to Sunrider was the idea of maybe being able to have your own home business and do some things to earn some extra income, etc., right?
Yes, I like to have more opportunities to meet up with more people, sharing the good products of these regenerations, for better health. So that's why I'm considering to come back to Sunrider.
Last but not least, what's your favorite Sunrider product?
Oh, New Plus, What You Delight. That's the best.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you, Wendy.
Okay.
Hey, Benny. We're here in Sydney, and tell us, Benny, how long have you been involved with Sunrider?
I have been involved with Sunrider for 3 decades.
For 3 decades, 30 years. Wow, that's a long time.
And I first came into contact with Sunrider when I was interested in health foods. I was involved in a group of people who were mainly like greenies. They were more towards health food products. And I decided to go right on to doing a course in herbal medicine. And that's when I got introduced into Sunrider, considering that they have a lot of pharmaceutical herbs involved, but I thought Sunrider was the best because it was whole foods.
Yes.
It was not medicinal food, medicinal herbs. So I was quite sickly when I immigrated to Australia, 30 years back or more. And with the Sunrider food, it just helped me. With, it's so instant. I call it the instant sort of food for health and for any problems you've got with health.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, those foods are excellent. There's no question about it.
Yes.
I know over 30 years you've tried everything Sunrider has to offer. If you had to pick, and I know this is impossible, but if you had to pick one Sunrider product that was your favorite, what would it be?
I would actually pick the Vitafruit.
Yeah? Okay.
Vitafruit actually came on the 10th year when Sunrider was in the 10th year. And it was the best product that ever came in the market because it actually helps with feeling youthful.
Yes.
And so after that, everyone just go on to Vitafruit.
Got it.
To
Yes.
get your youth, your skin, things like that for your health.
It is an incredible product.
I would go for the Vitafruit as well as the orange balancing plants.
Got it.
Which is the most important regeneration food.
That's what we start everybody out with too, is the NBCs.
Yeah.
Exactly. Benny, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank
Hey everybody, just arrived in Sydney, Australia.
2 seconds and I'll
14
get rid
and a
of
half
that
hour
for
flight
us.
out of LA, but I'm here in beautiful Sydney. Benny and Carolyn. Before we close down this month, I just wanted to make a couple comments about those video clips. First of all, I hope the audio was okay for everybody. But what I got out of those were, again, you had people joining Sunrider like anywhere around the world. Some joined for health, some joined for more energy, some joined for a business opportunity and more income. But the great thing I noticed from everybody is again, these folks have been around for a long time. They've been enjoying these foods for 20, 30 years now. And I just have to compliment all of the leaders that were sharing with us here on their loyalty and their longevity with Sunriders. And again, a huge thank you to all of the Australian leaders that participated. So folks, I hope you enjoyed those testimonies. I know I certainly did. And again, I want to thank you all for your time, and we'll look forward to seeing you again here next month in April. Thanks so much, everybody.